civil society growing in terms of asking for justice in the coming years?
I see the civil society growing, but how it, whether it really becomes a movement depends on what we do with our criminal justice system. Right now it is very slack, and especially the police. I mean, it's obviously the political will is not there, because you have these police commissions, and you might have read all their suggestions, and they've gone to all the Supreme Court has said that they should get back and implement. None of the states have implemented the police reforms. I mean, the local police is very much in the control, the rest of the country, of the local chief minister. And the other thing is that there is no solid investigation department at the state level. I mean, right from the bottom, the first inspector who goes should be equipped to investigate, and mobile forensic labs, even in the remote areas. All these things are just not there. I get very annoyed when I it's nobody's baby. So I think CBI ko de do should not be an answer. And I think so if the criminal investigation system improves, if the judicial system improves, and if there is proactive policing, and the police should not be somewhere up there, they should be out here talking to people, what can we do for you? And I mean that the people at the highest level, the police commissioner can reach out to the people and say, okay, this has happened very bad, our mistake, now please let's sit down and let's see what we can do. And not in terms of कि एक desk यहाँ बिठा दिया, security एक वहाँ बिठा दिया, but overall, I think that kind of action is also needed. The civil society is here, but if the system is going to remain here, the civil society is going to realize its limitations. The system needs to be held up.
The civil society in many countries has gone up by having a victim rights movement. Like in many other countries, we have that. So I think India, in my opinion, also needs a victim rights movement.
Certainly, I mean victim rights, if we could elaborate more on what are the kind of rights they're giving the victims.
Victim rights movement, as similar examples show in other parts of the world, is where families, parents, they come together, form a body, and exert leverage on the systems which are supposed to deliver, like what you said, the police reforms or police commissions or different agencies which are not functioning. And this has been seen to be a very unique development in many countries in the world. Like Brazil, for example, it had the mothers of Sao Paulo, whose sons were lost, taken away by the dictator and never to be heard of again. And the mothers came in the broad square and they refused to go, and they became known as the Sao Paulo mothers. And they started demanding explanations. They said, what would be your comments on victim-offender reconciliation programs in India? When I say reconciliation, I mean just reconcile, not in terms of that you forget and bury the past, no, but meeting. Because it was found in several countries that when offenders were confronted with what they had done to their victims, it was extremely accountable to them as to what they had done, and it was also deeply healing sometimes for both.
I know it has been suggested from people that I should go and see how they're living in the prison, and they should actually come out and help me in my daily things. I think it would be a good idea, but it depends entirely on the kind of person the offender is. Because here, if for somebody like in my case who's got a whole criminal empire working for him, I don't think it's going to make a difference.
Exactly.
In fact, I wouldn't even feel safe speaking with him.
Okay.
So I think it depends a lot. I think the rest of the society.
It affected you in your going forward.
Like I said, I was not.
Sure. By religious, I mean spiritual.
Yeah, I'm not much into rituals, but yes, after this, I think this has affected my religious faith, because I did get into, I found meditation very helpful. Because sometimes things just got out of control and I just couldn't handle it, and even to get myself stable physically, I needed to meditate, and I think it has made me more spiritual. in that kind of sense, and also, yes, maybe a deeper believer because why? Because again, the only way you can stop asking why is if you accept that there is somebody else handling this and maybe there is a reason behind it. So to that extent, I think I have become more spiritual, maybe out of force, because sometimes you just feel that this is, and I do it on a very regular basis sometimes, when I feel that everything is going wrong, and in fact I would even feel safe speaking with them.
Okay.
So I think it depends a lot. I think the rest of the society has got to be there solidly. I mean, you got to have a proper environment, the kind of, again, I said, criminal political system that you have in the country.
Yeah. Have you been able to forgive those who have hurt you in the last 10 years? Have you been able to forgive those who have hurt you?
No, not really. Not definitely not the people responsible. Maybe not even to the extent the girl. And forgive in the sense that okay, I wish them well. I mean, as far as Bharti is concerned, I wish her well and she gets on with her life. But yes, there is hurt. If forgiveness means forgetting, the answer is no.
Absolutely no.
No, you don't forget.
No.
You don't forget.
You will never forget. You can only change the way you feel about it.
Yes.
And that comes slowly. That comes at its own time.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had this feeling of getting violent myself.
Hmm.
And yes, there is. No, not really. Definitely not.
Judges, the criminal justice system acting unprofessionally beneath their dignity. Many victims find it difficult to forgive such a system when it stares at their face every day. How do you think India develops a survival movement to oppose such a system?
Yeah, I haven't thought of survivor movement, but I feel worried because I think change is needed. And if it doesn't come through in the peaceful way, then it might come through in the other way, which will not be good. But I don't see how it's a huge big systemic change. It has to do with the entire election process. It has to do with the funding of elections. It has also got to do with this whole thing of caste being at the basis of everything, including elections, including the census, marriage, that has affected me directly.
Yeah.
So I think there is a big need for change in very many things, and till then I wouldn't like to build a survivor movement which is, there has to be a survivor movement. It's got to bring people together. It's got to work out a platform in which everybody feels they have a stake, and then it might be effective, because we can't have a
for sharing this with us. I think, as I said, it is when we talk with you, when we speak with you, we don't go back without feeling motivated and charged to carry on with our work. And I wish that there are many more mothers like you in India, many fathers like you, and who take the Indian criminal justice system forward without people trying to dominate it and exploit it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your interest and support, and I think, like I said, that the wind behind my little wings is support of people like you, and especially professionals like you.